This is one of two prisons in the Kurdish-controlled region of northern Iraq, where teenage members and former members of ISIL are being held. Most of these young men were arrested in camps for the internally displaced or as they tried to flee the fighting in and around Mosul. They're between 14 and 18 years old.
They
promised us cars and money. They said we need to protect Islam. If you don't defend us, you are not a Muslim, they said. After I finished my training, they put me in a police patrol unit. But after a few days, I saw my mother crying, insisting I leave ISIL. At first I was hesitant to obey her, but I soon handed back my weapon and I quit. ISIL asked me, "Who changed your opinion about us?" I said, "No one." They imprisoned me for 5 days. In jail, they showed me videos about jihad, their ideology, battles, youngsters the same age as me firing weapons. They were talking to camera saying, "Come with us, join our jihad." They gave me a black card when they released me saying, "Deserter from jihad." They said, "Since you left us, you have the same status as an alcoholic or a sodomite or a fornicator." They said I wasn't a Muslim anymore. I said, "Only God knows."
Of the 253 young men being held at this prison for juveniles, 57 are serving sentences between 9 months and a year. Now, after they finish those sentences, they'll be able to return to their families, many of whom are living in areas that used to be controlled by ISIL outside the Kurdish region of northern Iraq. A big question is, how can young men like these reintegrate into society? Iraqi politicians and analysts say it's vital Iraq's Shia-led government addresses deep feelings of political alienation and neglect among the Sunni community so as to avoid groups such as ISIL and Al-Qaeda taking root again.
This is a complex problem. I believe that if these youth are released too early, they could rejoin ISIL. That's why both the federal government and the Kurdish regional government need to rehabilitate them and re-educate in a civilized way. Punishing an entire family because one member joined ISIL, for example, is the wrong approach. It's a form of collective punishment when reconciliation between the communities is so important.
The young men we spoke to, in the company of prison guards, said ISIL had destroyed their families' lives. They said they wanted the chance to start their lives again. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Erbil.